Hi, divine beings. The universe is shifting into a new earth. Don't you feel the energy? I do. Today I'm going to talk about you don't need a job to manifest money through my own experience of law of attraction, assumption, and manifestations. My journey is a long one. I just completed an 11-year cycle of doubt, fear, depression, anxiety that just kept on replaying over and over and over again. I finally broke the loop the moment I chose to surrender to who I was and what I was experiencing. Let it sink in and then let it go. And once I did that, I felt this instant bliss of peace that came over me. And it lasted until even now. I still have my moments of inner turmoil, but for the most part, my thoughts are a lot more positive. I don't let the negative in as much. Or I acknowledge it, but I move on and realize that I create my reality. I'm so much happier. But the topic is, you don't even need a job to manifest money. This is my journey. Once I had this awakening one night, I was going to sleep before work. And I had this anxiety attack. And normally I just get up, don't think nothing of it. Just try to occupy my brain to get it to go away. But this time it was like overwhelming. But out of nowhere I had a thought of just saying, why do I feel this way? And I paused. That brief moment of pause was like being in a present moment with the energy that you are being and the thought of what you have at that exact moment. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have to be this way. I don't have to choose to attach this feeling to this moment. So I was like, I just surrender and let it go. And the moment I did that, I felt this bliss of peace wash over me. I've never experienced like that in a lifetime. But as that went on, I saw this. It was almost like this vision of this sun. And it was like a coming home. It was like a remembering of who I am as a divine being. We all come from that energy of awareness. The creator, God, whatever you want to call it. But we are creators. We were made in that image and formed from the very awareness. So we can manifest our reality. So I try to put this to the test. So I started going on YouTube videos and I stumbled across a couple of videos of how to manifest wealth and love and, how to mold and shape your thoughts of your self-concept of the way you see yourself. So I was like, okay. So I watched a whole bunch of videos on it and I was like, I was going to put it to the test. So one day I was like, I'm going to go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I'm going to say what I believe I am. What I know to be. And I was like, I am rich. I am wealthy. I am a genius. I am confidence. And I am unconditional love. And I am a divine being. So I go to sleep. And I wake up in the morning and it's like I'm wide awake. I'm not normally sleepy like I normally am. So I was like, okay, that's funny. I'm wide awake. I'm already ready to go. My mood is like 1,000 times better. Okay, so I was like, let's see how the day goes. So I get to work. And the dude I work with, he's a cool dude. It's like we started interacting more out of nowhere. It's like, how's your day? I was like, it was good. How's yours? But it was like a more like uplifting. But anyways, fast forward a little bit. At lunch, I go to Kroger's, which is like just a walk away from my job. So I was walking down the street and all of a sudden I see $80 on the street. And I was like, that's out of nowhere. And I was like, out of all the people that could have picked that up, why me? Why is that? That's just funny. I don't believe in coincidences. I never have. Even when I had a bad attitude, I never did. But I was like, that's crazy. So I picked it up, and my cousin and one of my work buddies were right behind me, and they saw me pick it up. They're like, so what'd you get? And I was like, I found $80. I was like, out of nowhere. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I was like, so I gave my cousin 20, my friend Frankie 10, and I kept the rest. But then so I went on and did my business, but after I got off work that day, I kept on pondering on that moment. And for a minute, it didn't click. And then all of a sudden, I was like, oh yeah, I said I am wealthy, I am rich, I have everything, I get everything I want, I'm confident. And I realized, oh my God, I created that moment to happen. Without clinging to it, without being in a wanting state. It was literally as if I already have it. I was embodying the energy of it as it being fulfilled. So that's my story of it. And ever since then, I've been attracting all sorts of things. Especially doing this, like coming to YouTube for the first time after I've been wanting to do it for years. I'm finally making my first video. It's like a spiritual thing. Like, I've been putting it off for so many years. It's like now that spirit has only gotten louder and louder and propelling me forward. So, you're going to be seeing more videos of mine. But thank you. And comment and subscribe.